Civil society organizations and anti-corruption crusaders in the country have been reacting to the 2014 Corruption Perceptions Index, an index that scores and ranks countries by their perceived levels of public sector corruption. In the latest rankings, which defines corruption as an abuse of entrusted power for private gain, Nigeria's score improved from 145 to 140 out of the 180 countries, showing a slight improvement. Nuel Samson has more.
Nigeria's 2024 CPI score is 26 out of 100, a slight increase from 25 in 2023 as its global ranking improved. While this indicates a marginal positive shift, it is far from the substantial progress needed to dismantle systemic corruption.
That at least we have not backslide. We're happy that we have made progress, even though not substantial. But we have a lot of work to do in order to ensure that we block corruption and ensure that we do the right thing in order to be able to improve our rating in the subsequent years.
It's to see that systems are improving. I know there's slow progress basically, but again we are seeing like bits and pieces being shifted in the governance process, which means identified in digitalization of public procurement and public systems, and in terms of service delivery. We've seen anti-corruption agencies also in terms of asset recovery making moves, with big moves which we think needs to be amplified.
And we're making progress, even though it's slow progress. +1 is better than 0. So it's good that we try to see that we improve on the recommendations.
In order to improve Nigeria's score on the Corruption Perception Index, recommendations were made by civil society organizations and anti-corruption crusaders.
Some of the recommendations we made, is to carry out robust, political reforms, particularly electoral and political party reforms, because if people continue to use dirty money to hijack the political powers in the country, there's no way you will not continue to have corrupt people, in governance.
Ensuring the independence of the anti-corruption agencies, judicial reforms, increasing the space in the civic space, and especially you do the Whistleblower Act. We need to have a Whistleblower Act so that it will be an enabler for combating corruption.
The most important recommendation for me is that citizens are aware of where we are as a nation and also do not take it lightly. Democracy is a two-pronged thing. The government has their role to play, but more importantly, the citizens have their role to play, right? That's why they call them partners in progress. So it's important that citizens are awakened to their rights as citizens and also are not lazy to enforce it, are consistent in demanding better governance.
Corruption increases inequality, decreases popular accountability and political responsiveness, and thus produces rising frustration and hardship among citizens, or even demand hard-handed and illiberal tactics. Hence the bid for it to be reduced to its barest minimum in the system. Nuel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.